Well, hello, 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 and welcome again to another decoration episode. We'll see how this goes. I'm hoping to do it all in this little session. Can move over into some retrofitting. I've gone too far, so the first thing I want to do is just put some I seem to have gone crazy, sorry. It was almost as if my menu wasn't quite the way I expected it to be. I apologise. Yes, so we're going to do the rest of it now. So we're going to just go with these for now. We'll do some blending, and at higher altitudes I'll start to do blending of different ones, but I'll just do a little bit of variety in the other ones. I can't do anything there, but never mind. I'm not sure how realistic it is. It's just it's just how I like to do it. So, which is, you know, you've got to do what you enjoy, right? The cities can be quite cumbersome. The countrysides can take a while. I'm going to have to go back over old ground at some point. There's not much in the way of delicate flower doing though. I managed to miss that, although I think we still have to do some river bits. We'll leave some areas empty as well. Like their river view, we'll leave that be. Go as far as this little village, but no further, I think, for now. Well, we'll see. And then we'll start doing some other trees. Really need to keep this bit. This is where maples are really good for. Between fields and that sort of thing. I'll put a few here for I had been intending to do this tonight. There we go. That looks okay. That's prime for blending. I'm not really going to go any higher up there, so we'll do here, but that's going to be as high as that goes. Okay, that's quite nice. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Probably won't do blending yet. Finish with these trees. I don't think I can really be bothered with mountain paths. As we're slowly going up, I think we'll call it quits with these two. Just do the low bits and then we'll go to something else. We'll have to do some blending. I'll do a few of them here. In the lowish areas. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, calm down, bruv. We'll probably do some blending there. The mouse button stuck. The mouse button stuck. It was just painting trees everywhere. That could have been disastrous. Actually, these ones I'd say I'll go for some environmentally friendly grass, but I don't know if we can afford it. We'll go for some parkset grass. Yeah, so this was my intention for the evening. I think of a couple of other things I might do, so I don't know how long I'll stay doing this. Maybe I'll do this and then take a break for a few days before I go back to New Venice, but knowing me, I'm not going to do that. I'm straight here whenever I've got another 3 hour. But, you know. Yeah, we'll actually put some flowers in here. Do some detail, only because I'll probably not get round to it or forget or something. These bushes colonise everything, don't they? Okay, right. Let's think of a colour. Actually, while we're here, we can put some poppies by the railway line. I'm also going to drop a save. I've done quite a lot to have to do that again, you see. Oh yeah, woodlands, blue bonnets. I'll do them all later. This actually might be a big long one, so we'll do it all in one. Take a break afterwards. For a couple of days. Easter's coming up. Yeah, let's go for violet. The reason I quite like these is because they're like rose bushes. They are like rose bushes. Okay, that's what I was going to do. So let's go back to. Oh. I must have uninstalled something, never mind. Keep these in the clearings a little bit. I normally do this sort of thing much later. But here looked like a good place with the railway bridge, you know. Okay, right. Enough of such indulgence. It's just I'll probably spend my time looking for them, and I wanted to do a little bit of that by the yeah, I did want to do a little bit of that. By the waterfront. Do some blending later. It won't go any higher than here. Yes. We'll do other things when the time comes. You can only get to this island by boat. It's very remote. Yeah, we've still got quite a bit to do, haven't we? I think we'll leave that here and then go for something bigger. Sorry, something a little taller. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this now. And that's suitable for blending, as is that. won't go any higher than that. Just really for blending purposes. And in the towns, they could have been just planted by people, you see. Yeah, sorry, I think I've run out of things to say at this point. I'm just using these sparingly here because they're not really supposed to be here. For lower down, but as we're getting lower down, I can use them for blending later. Oh, look, that's a really good path, wasn't it? We'll make a path, maybe. Okay. Tell you what. Let's do some put some what I call bluebells in the woody pieces. Although we didn't do this earlier, but we can do it now. In the old town, we won't do anything on the other side. Growing on that tower, but never mind. And here we can put some in. Yeah. Probably put these on level areas. Yeah, I mean that's not the hills. Absolutely, we put some here. Absolutely, we put some here. absolutely put some here. There's a clearing, so we've got some clearings here, we'll put some in. They don't mind the sun, they don't mind the rain. They grow wherever they want to grow. That's probably quite enough woodland there. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Let's put some in there. Can't believe we didn't put any there. A little bit of blending. And these can go up a little bit more. I think when we get to a point we won't use seasonal trees, but we have got a number of pine cap trees. How are we doing for time? 29 minutes, that's not bad going really. This is it's a bit tedious in some respects, but it's not, you know. Covering a lot of ground. I'm not sure what trees we'll use when that time comes, but it will become apparent soon enough. We'll leave that as a little ravine or something, that little space here. few little gaps. I'll put something else in at some point. This is on the seasonal ones, that's when you really start to slow your game down. And it probably won't be a problem now I've that packed, but for the region I've decided not to use seasonal trees. So I mean, I'm half thinking now, I think I've said this before, but whether it becomes a thing or not I don't know, but now I've that packed and the game's responsive, I might go back to my old region, because that was one of the reasons why I just couldn't bear upgrading the transport in two of the bigger cities because of the horrendous slowdown. Although I think I like the ashes because they kind of just remind me a bit of pine trees without being pine trees. So it's a personal thing. You use whatever trees you want. If you ever want to do this. Use whatever trees you want at whatever altitude you want. It's your world, you create it as you like. That's what I'm doing, and that's what everyone can do. So as we're up a hill, trying to follow the darker greener patterns, and I'll leave a bit of space elsewhere maybe. Right, do we want any blending here? Well, we're going to have to do some blending. Really shouldn't just jump ahead to the other mountain, I should do this one first. So let's do this one first. These will be hiking trails and there'll be some shelter from the summer sun up here. You can get quite hot, warm up these mountains in summertime, so a bit of shade is welcome. These aren't really forests. Well, maybe they are, but they're not getting bluebells. That'll be when I start to blend whatever I put in next. This is loosely based on Verona. There's a foothill just outside of town. You can see it at night. As you look up, I think it's probably on the eastern side of Castro St. Pietro, and it lights up at night, and it's very nice. I'll probably bluebell that up or put some sort of, yeah, some sort of flowers in there, and I'll be blending this. I'll probably forget. I'll blend this with some other plants, some other more high altitude trees. This is the time consuming part. At this point now, I'm not trying to make dense. Oh my god. You have to go. Oh. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. I like to put white flowers in near graveyards and that sort of thing. Yeah, have some there as well. Okay, let's go back to the ashes. And I will blend something else in the lowlands, so this is it's gonna take some time, but the last city, as I record this, it hasn't gone out yet, but it's like 5 days. I did a video every day. I apologise for the spam, but I'd like to think it was a fairly good tutorial. It's just I had to do it over a number of sessions. So I released the videos day after day. I think I did say at the time that I was going to do that because, well, for a start it would be boring for too long, wouldn't it? I think even by my standards. Doesn't matter if you go over the vineyards or whatever farming you have a little bit. I think it helps it look more natural. I've come to the end of the tile already. I was beginning to wonder if that was ever going to happen. It did seem like it was. Seemed like it was never going to be. I think we'll leave that there as well as maybe an old ancient river. Well, the land is constantly going up, right? So there's a lot of really nice countryside. So it's a shame I couldn't put environmentally friendly grass here, because that's what I was going to do. But you know, I kind of want the city to be profitable, and even the park set was a bit much. I mean, this is wilderness now. We don't need. We do not need. Sometimes you just got to thick up a little bit. have to admit, I think I've lost the patience and the desire to do things like paths. Maybe next time I do a proper rurally mountainous one. Yeah, that we're going to do with something else, aren't we? I would go back to some of the classic Let's Plays. I mean, they've done 30 pieces on a city. I mean, I think I did that at the beginning, but I was going far too slow. I think we probably got about 10 on this tile, and not that many more on New Verona. So, you know. I hate to see what the new NAM has done to that tile. We've had some issues with this one. I have to be a bit more cautious about upgrading in future, I think. I mean, maybe I'll do a path. It's just, this is going to be pretty long. And I should have done that before I did the trees, you see. But never mind. Okay, that looks quite good. Maybe we'll do a couple in that patch. We'll leave that as it is. That looks quite nice, coppery. Okay, let's put some in here. It's always best to, well, I find it best to zoom in. I've got to say, I think this is a default texture mod or a different texture mod. That's why I had so much trouble with the snowy mountain caps when I flat packed. But these are really nice textures, I think. Zoom in a bit. I think they're really nice. Okay, so we're gonna blend there. Let's start on this side. And can you believe it? There we go. Be more careful. Rotate it. Again, that should help a little bit. Hang gliders are welcome. They probably went up to the top of the mountain to do their things. I don't know why I did that. I'm just trying to be all adventure-y. I ended up talking South Park. I don't think bluebells up a hill will work. I'll come back to there. We're doing this side now. Now this in particular soundtrack has got to be the most relaxing piece of music ever made. I mean, how many times have I been micromanaging school budgets to this music? And that's borderline relaxing in itself, but also probably, well, there's no probably about it, it's also very boring. And that's therapeutic too. Don't think we need anything that low down. I mean, you can have a few of them there and a patch. I'm getting vibes of Turkey now. All the Dinets with all of the paragliders coming down from the hill. I climbed that mountain, the Lycian Way. Not all of it, just that little bit there I haven't walked quite a way up. On one morning when I had nothing to do, just before a wedding last year, and then saw a sheep farming woman with a load of mountain goats walking by, which was an experience. Nothing bad. It's just I wasn't expecting to see mountain goats up a mountain. And the very next day I went again with a friend of mine who may very well be watching this, and did it all again and went further. And then there was the mother of all thunderstorms, which was, yeah. I'm a sunshine geezer, but I do love a proper summer storm. Unfortunately, we don't really get good summer storms here. We just get rain and cold. But never mind. At the moment I'm just going to do the dark patches and then I'll see how it looks. We can probably do with some patches with not much in it. You always then see some, so, and I think that's how you can really get it to look natural, you know, just make it look good the way you want. Here you can blend because it's quite high altitude, so there we go. There's the industrial area again. In fact, we've done this bit already. That's probably just now, knowing me, my rather rubbish memory. Oh, I think I do want to do here, at least a good chunk of it. We'll leave a little clearing. Let's look up. That's not bad. We've still got all here to do yet, so don't worry, we're not far from done. Maybe this will be a good opportunity to drop a save at 50 minutes. This is not bad going, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to lie in terms of time here. And we'll take a slight diversion into what I like to call watery plants and some bushes. Yeah, there's no like official beach or anything here. It's just like, yeah, you know what, you want to go swimming, you just go. And we'll bush up. Yeah, I like to think of these as water plants as well, so they can go here. This is going to be a feature area, so I might slow down to do something nice there. I might, that in tonight's episode of Let's See What I Can Get Away With, I might just try to do a path, and if I don't ruin it by having all the trees there, then we'll keep it. Put a few in the water there in different places, not always the same. I think we need to go and do the other side. I did somewhat neglect that, didn't I? So I won't put it on the sheer rock face. Just around. Gonna need some bush in a minute. Then we'll take it away from there. We'll put a little bit there in. Yeah, that's fine. And now we'll go for cattails. See, I've already done this bit, and this really is a border plant, I like to call it. I just think they complement each other really well in these areas. I know I should be a little bit more adventurous and try something else, but it works for me. And that's important. Have something in there that. Let's do turn around. Let's do it again. Yeah, that will do. I can imagine. I've probably said this before when doing this sort of thing, but this would be where all the wildlife is. There'll be bird watchers and lots of people coming down here, probably staying in this rather trendy. In this rather trendy castle hotel here. Oh, I do like that. It looks so peaceful. I could go there and spend a few days just walking around. I suppose we could have done this bit too. I think the thing with decoration is you got to do what you feel like doing at the time, because otherwise it really does then become a chore. I guess you have to be in the mood to do it. I really wanted to practice my Italian tonight. So it's not long before I'm going there with the family in May, and then I'm going again on my own in June. So I really need to practice. That's the thing, you can learn, you can listen, you can everything else, but you've got to practice it, and I don't practice it. I've never been good at practicing things. I get bored quite easily. But the worrying thing is there's things I want to do. I also wanted to do some weightlifting because it's been a while since I've done that. So I did a little bit. I've got to try and do it. Yeah, more often. But I mean, by the time we get the little one to bed, it's very often too late to start something new. And I did want to do this. So like I said, I'll do some tomorrow. I've got the Easter holiday coming up now, so that will be an opportunity to just do nothing and no work, thankfully. I mean, I thought work was busy last year. I mean, it's not quite as manic as it was last autumn, but it's certainly not fun at the moment. I mean, not that work ever is fun, I suppose, but I mean, I like a challenge, but I kind of like it to be a fair challenge. I think we're going to have to change the angle now. Did I do this? No, I didn't do any bushes here, did I? I just did maples. I'm struggling to think of what I remember this soundtrack reminded me of back in the day. I mean, if I really wanted to be dedicated and spend hours and hours and hours and hours doing this, I would have put some bushes higher up, like here. I don't think I did this bit, but I'm sure I did that yesterday. No, of course I didn't. It's only now I'm doing the rural bits, isn't it? I put some things in here, but not others. Yeah, I can see that as being somewhere where people, you know, do other naughty things after swimming. Or if they can't be bothered to get back in the water again. Yeah. Yeah, that was too much to be true, but we'll put some bushes in here. They do grow wild. Yeah, I must have done some bushes here. Okay, so go do here now, haven't I? Start with some blending. I'm not actually sure where I left off. Did I finish that bit? Yes, okay, fine. Can you draw? No, okay. Alright, fair enough. It's landscaped. Have a little bit of variety in there. Alright, let's go. Last time I looked, I had no videos to watch tonight. Okay, that was a misclick. Thank you. Definitely need some blending here. Yeah, maybe we might do a see what we can get away with path special. You just make your own path, so it's just so small we can't see them. You have to use your imagination sometimes in headcanon, because you know, whilst there's no rush, I kind of tend not to play in summertime. So whilst you know, for 1 week towards the end of April, I'll be spamming you on YouTube with the decoration issue. I'm going to be a bit more sporadic in summer, so you'll be happy to hear. I mean, if it's a particularly rubbish winter's day or one evening when I've got nothing to do, I, you know, might do some more. But maybe not. I mean, I started this in June last year. Oh, July actually. It was quite a nice summer, but God, I can't believe it's so long ago. And how many things have I created that I've gone and deleted? And I'm going to go back to New Venice now and sort out the graphics glitch. Well, not exclusively to sort out the graphics glitch, to be fair. I intend on maybe fulfilling some commercial demand in those places. I had hoped that this would be more industrial, but the terrain just wasn't conducive to it. It needed to be the mountains. It needed to be sort of semi-rural. Funnily enough, in the last region when I did this tile, it was much the same. I don't recall giving it a subway network, but this has got a subway network of sorts. It's, yeah, well, that needs to be have its direction changes to make sure that we can put enough in. Easy to forget this bit, so this bit I'm just going to splatter some in, do a bit of blending, stay away from the road for the most part. Stay in the green parts. These ones I'll do a little bit on rock. I like to pretend that they're a little bit hardy, you know, a bit durable. They don't need completely flat ground. I'm diverging quite significantly from where I wanted to be. But it has to be done anyway, so I'll have to pan out and make sure that there's nowhere that I've got to do. Now here's a question for you. Do you ever remember back in the old days the music always used to play in a certain order and this was always the first one? Because it seems to me now it plays in a random order. What kind of tree am I doing? Okay, fine. Okay, it's a sign when you've been doing this too long that you don't know what tree you've been doing. That's quite a nice looking path actually, quite a natural looking path here. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing one. Unless my memory is playing games with me on my old age. One hour, 7 minutes. That's not bad compared to the 6 hours the last one took, but that was more fiddly, New Verona, because it obviously less open area. I mean, I'm not done yet by any stretch, but I don't think I want to do any more blending at lower levels though. We'll just blend in some pines or something here at the higher levels, and then go for some snow-capped ones. And that's why you do things at different levels, for that express reason that you will miss things, especially if you're me. This is where we started off, wasn't it? And then what I will do is I'll tend to do the parts where I want thick coverage first. Yeah, I really like how those vineyards came out. It's a shame I couldn't do them. I mean, maybe the vineyard reward type complex will come when I do a more rural city. A rural tile. I think you need a bit of a clearing. I think we can have this done in an hour and a half. What do you think? 1 hour 9 minutes. Certainly not impossible. No cheating looking at YouTube either, because I can't do that. This is the 4th of April, not the 4th of June or whenever this is going to end up going out. I won't put so many in there now. Save that for the for the other areas. Problem is now I don't know which bits I've done and not done. Not about looking. I quite like how that's turning out. So we haven't done here. Put some pines. Yeah, I think we've discovered what I've done and not done. One thing I do really to make it less monotonous is to just do the hardest, well, the wider spaces, the bigger spaces first, and then kind of entrap it, make it feel like I'm winning at something. And now we'll go for a little bit of a dark green only thing, and then I might still fill in some more, don't get me wrong. But if I'm going to leave anything exposed, it's going to be what I feel like exposing at the time. So maybe just go up and down there. Yeah, there we go. So a bit exposed, a bit not exposed. Right. Can't do anything there. So let's zoom out, see if there's any bits we've missed that I've not intentionally missed. I am not unhappy with that. Right. Let's drop a save. I think 1 hour and a half is looking really, really possible now. Although I have to stop for a small period of time and just consider what trees I'm going to use. So we've got, I don't want seasonal ones, so don't worry. Serbian spruces. So let's go here. Yeah, these are just nice alternatives, and they can go up a little bit where the ashes don't. And then we'll put the snowy ones as well. I'm not doing seasonal. I know I keep saying that. I'm really not doing seasonal. I don't think I'll ever go back to the other region. But if I do, that'll be where I do it. Or maybe my next region. But I'm getting to the point now where I probably won't live to do another region, because this is what's going to take me the next 20-30 years. And after that, who's to say what's going to, you know. Let's see what happens. Maybe one day I'll start a new region. I take regular backups, so although I've had, you know, some of the old nasties like prop blocks and stuff over the years, I take regular backups. I take backups off my plugins folder occasionally, certainly before dat packing, and I will take backups of my region a couple of times a month, like just 7-zip the whole thing up into a zip file and then give it a day. So I clicked outside of the application now. I did not have a crash. Yeah, I've got to put something else in there, don't I? Let me do it now while I'm here. So what was I doing? Yeah, let's put some lindens in. Mix it up with them. They like it there because it's kind of flat and they can come out a bit more as well. See, this is, well, I don't want to spend the rest of the year doing this. That's why blending is it just looks nicer. Let's see if we've got any time after. If we have any time after this, I'll see what we can do. So I want to put this on in the regions where we're in between the heavy snow and the ashes, and again usually on the green, but I don't mind going above that. It's going to happen at some point. green ones. See, it might not be near the top of the mountain, but I think it just adds a little bit of realism. Going down there now, so let's spin it round. I don't know how I feel about that, so I'm going to stop. Not so bad. Not so bad at all, actually. Here, this is very mountainous, even already, so we can blend down a bit. Do some patches where it really is just them. Okay. Oh, there's nothing there. Glitch, but don't care. We don't go there very often. So we've already gone around full circle. How are we doing for time? 1 minute 18. Oh, maybe not. Just gonna go again, just to see if there's any pieces I've missed. This is something I want to get right. There's also another hill over here, isn't there? So I definitely want to get that right. Yeah, see, didn't do this bit. I'm a bad mayor. Again, from every angle. Do a bit out. So what I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just throw some lindens around. And any time we have left after doing this one, these snow-capped firs. I think we're all right there. Just throw some more there. Snow's receded slightly because it's not winter anymore. Okay, so we go for subalpine firs winter. I want to use these sparingly because I still want to see some kind of snow. it's starting to weird me out a little bit actually. There's still snow on them, it's alright. Some of them have had the snow shaken off them. So I only really put this where there's a heavy pounding of snow. I do often go seasonal, or I have done before recently, but as I'm not going seasonal, one has to not go seasonal. Where's the other mountain? There we go. Who's keeping an eye on the time? 1 minute 22. I think we were alright. I'm going to leave the bulk of the snow cap now on this mountain. So there isn't that much, it's just where there's the border. And what I like about these trees is that not all of them are completely snowy, so it does blend quite nicely. I don't want lines of trees though, so the other problem is that you don't quite know how it's going to go. Until it's too late. There's a bit. Okay, let's rotate. Let's see. Oh, we can put some there. Well, there's a little bit of land, we can put some. Looks a bit too much like a line. Sorry about that. It's cutting it fine, isn't it? I was so confident a few minutes ago. I think we're doing alright. I shouldn't have made them go so far down there though, but it's quite a lot of snow. There we go, that's nice. It's way above the tree line here, isn't it? But you know, it don't have to be perfect. I'm reminded of Newman and Badil doing this. Oh yeah, I've done this so many times, the joy of painting. 1 hour 25 minutes, that's not bad. I mean, come on. And now in what, 3 hours I've decorated a rural tile. That is not bad going at all, come on. So look at that, as if by magic we're right back at the place. So we have got 3 minutes to Linden's this up, and I'm going to save the game as well, because if anything happened you're going to hear a lot of swearing, and I just don't want to lose this. So it's going to be, I'm going to stop doing the Lindens at 1 hour 30. See this, the save times are starting to slow down. And this is not seasonal trees, but I'm not that worried. It's you get more coverage quicker if you zoom in. So I'm not looking at the clock, so forgive me if I do go over by a minute or a few seconds or something like that. That's what I've lindened up before, isn't it? And then 1:28:21. It's almost like a speed run challenge, isn't it? See how many trees you can plant. I bet the world actually wishes people could plant trees as quickly as this. I mean, not that I'm rushing, I'm really trying to do a good job here. I'm just taking out the diagonal pieces, you know. Let's see what we can do here. So that's by the port, so still got quite a bit to do. 1 minute 29:30. I've got 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds. "20 seconds. You can do it." I mean, like I say, I'm gonna talk to myself, and by that measure, hopefully have an idea of how much time it is. I'm probably gonna overrun by a few seconds, but I mean, I'm pretty much just putting things in for the sake of it at the moment. So I reckon the time is up now, actually, although I'm not looking just yet. We are not striving for protection, but perfection. I mean, come on, give me a couple of seconds here, because you know, I'm getting tongue-tied. I want this to be as nice as possible, so a little bit more over here. So if I can get it done by 1 minute 32, I think that should be doable. I'm not doing lots, you see, just a little bit there, a little bit here. And this is quite a substantial rural area as well, let's not forget. But you can see blending is time consuming, worth it. Okay, one more area here, and what's that? 1 minute 31. So come on, that's not bad. Let's drop a save. Oh, well, thank you for watching. Hopefully learning, hopefully be entertained. That was a crash course into decoration. take a screenshot. Actually, should do it in the correct orientation, shouldn't I? I'll take a couple of screenshots. I haven't done any pictures actually, so let's start. That's quite a nice one. Sorry, I don't know what I pressed, but it wasn't. Let's do this little town here. That's nice. I think the winding road is a nice touch. Well, I think everything's a nice touch. I can do this without the port at this point. Hoping to get a little bit of canal in. Maybe if I move it over. Yeah, let's leave this one zoomed out, I think. Yeah, none of this. You told me it was going to be 1 hour 30. I said that part was going to be 1 hour 30. You're going to stay with me while, hopefully stay with me while I take some screenshots. Yeah, I like that roundabout a lot. Bit of repetition there, but it's okay. I'm a sucker for graffiti walls. If I can get that with that, yes. I wanted the Carrefour. I'm assuming that's what it's called. Old Town. Yeah, I'll allow that big skyscraper in there. Oh, should I do some vineyard action? I think I will. Just do some vineyard action. I'm not sure I like those farms. Yeah, that's alright, don't worry. I'm going to try and get the cross in as nicely as possible. Yeah, I think that will do. And then last but not least, this little village. Alright. Thank you for watching now. So screenshots took another 7 minutes. So next I think we'll go back to New Venice. Might try to replace the industrial with some shopping centres. Or at least redo the industrial. I don't know. I'll have a think about that. Be a refitting episode. Only the one. Maybe I'll record, try and edit or something. Or just limit myself to do whatever I've got to do in that one episode. Then I will move on and then probably do a big shopping centre by the side of New Verona. Pardon me, taper that demand there, but until then, ciao ciao for now.